curious what you've thought about Isaiah Satania this spring, and if you maybe noticed him making a jump this year.
Mm. Yeah, with that, I feel like with him and all receivers, I feel like they're doing great. Just playing with more confidence, knowing that any position is up. You know what I mean? And I feel like when he one of the guys, I feel like that's gonna show his talent this year, and he definitely showed it in the spring as well.
And I was also going to ask you about your offensive line in front of you. It seems like there's moving parts around there all the time. I mean, do you notice that when you're running behind them? And what do you think about that unit so far?
Actually great, man. I actually we got new offensive coordinator, great guy, as well. New plays. So I feel like everybody learning, you know what I mean? So I feel like they doing good. Definitely young guys, you know what I mean? Just throw them in there as well as everybody else that's young as well. But I feel like the offensive line is gonna be great this year.
Tom?
Yeah, Brady, how are the calls drastically different? What do you make of the new Dan Enos offense?
So I've really enjoyed it so far. It is different than our last offense, but it's still football and things are still similar. We've been working on it and running it really well, and it's been working really good out at practice. So it's still, inside zone, outside zone, stuff like that, but just a little bit different twist.
I think I saw you at right tackle today. So how many different spots you learning right now?
Yes, sir. So Coach Pittman and Coach Kennedy have been moving kind of everyone around, trying to see what works and what doesn't work. So I played guard and then both tackle spots, and I've enjoyed it. And I think everyone's kind of having fun at the new positions.
Rocket, how might your offense look a little different this year under Dan Enos?
I feel like I feel like we're gonna be able to complete the third downs. You know what I mean? Just I feel like we're gonna be more consistent. You know what I mean? Consistent throwing the ball and running the ball. And I feel like he's gonna use a lot of people to the tight end, to the running back, to the receivers. And I feel like being under center as well is gonna be a different type of thing for me and the running backs. But I feel like it's gonna help me in the long run.
Great.
Can you not snap the ball, Brady? I mean, you do everything else with center.
I snap a little bit before practice, but Bo's pretty good at center, so I think we're good there.
Just for both of you guys, you talked about some of the things that'll be a little different scheme-wise, I guess, with what you're doing with Coach Enos. But what about tempo and things? Are you guys going to be pretty up-tempo team like you've been in the past?
So we kind of mix. We do a little bit of everything. We do fast tempo. We do slow it down, huddle some. I think you'll see a mix of all of it.
Yeah, what he was saying, I feel like it's gonna be a mix of all of it. And like I said, we're gonna be ready for third down type of deals. And I feel like we're gonna be comfortable as a team.
Brady, I wanted to ask you about Marion and Devon Manuel. Those guys have lost a lot of weight. What is the thinking behind that? Is it like trim them down and then build them back up, or is it just part of this offense? They want trimmer offensive linemen.
So I think, both of them came in really heavy, and they worked really hard to kind of get that bad weight on them, and they're looking really good and moving really good, and they both had great springs. But I think now that they've gotten the weight off of them, they've been with the strength coaches trying to put on good weight back, and they've been doing a good job of that.
Thanks, guys.
Otis?
Rocket, in the bowl game, you got hurt, but Rashad and AJ came in, and you guys really didn't miss a beat there. I mean, how good does it feel to have two guys, not one, but two guys behind you that can get 100 yards in a bowl game?
Oh yeah, that was great. I had a lot of confidence in them. You know what I mean? I feel like Coach prepare those guys. You know what I mean, in practice for times like that. You know what I mean, and every play not guaranteed for a player. So at the end of the day, I had a lot of confidence in them, and Dom as well. You know what I mean, me and him was talking over there and during the game about it, and I feel like they had a chip on their shoulder and had to show everybody what they was about.
Brady, on Patrick Kudus from the offensive line. Sam was talking about him the other day. Talk about how he's looked, and I know he's playing some center, but really Sam, I think, wants him to get away from that position and play more tackle or guard. Talk about him, how he's doing.
So Patrick Kudus has been having a great spring. He's balling out. He's a young guy, but you wouldn't know it watching him on the field. He's super physical and really strong. He has great hands. And so I think they're really trying to find him a spot, and he's been playing great. He's been at guard and tackle a little bit, and he's a young guy, but you wouldn't know it. He plays really well.
Thanks, guys.
Tom.
Hey, 4029, I thought Dave Van Horn had joined us on the Zoom there a minute ago. What are y'all doing? Hey, Rocket, points of emphasis for you this year. Where can you be a better back, you think?
Well, I feel like with pass protection and just being comfortable with that, I feel like that's gonna help me in the longer run and just help the offensive line and help me as well with them communicating. I say pass pro, and just trusting it like I was last year, but trusting it even more and just not second guessing myself.
Gotcha. Hey, Brady, do you feel like your voice is a little bit stronger in the O-line room now with a couple of veterans out of there? And do you take the younger guys like Marion and Chambly and them, aside and talk to them and stuff?
So we're really lucky to have a pretty close offensive line room, and it is kind of weird being an old guy and one of the oldest in the room. So I think it is good for me to use my experience to help them and show them how to become better football players. But we have a really close offensive line room that gets along pretty well. So it's nice.
Great.
Yeah, Rocket at 237 pounds, you still move like a rocket?
Oh yeah.
About 10 pounds more than last year.
I feel like it's muscle. I ain't gonna lie, it's muscle. With the new strength staff, they're getting me right. I'm not trying to get too big, but I still got the speed.
Is that about the weight that you're looking to carry? Because you were about 227 last year.
Oh, really? I'll probably say in the range of 230, 235, but really I'm moving good right now. I feel good with my weight, and they say I'm moving good as well. So.
Mm-hmm. And Brady, you're buddies with Torian. You guys match up a lot. How tough was that? Having him get injured. Almost a year ago, and how good has it been to have him back out there?
So yeah, me and Torian are good buddies. He's actually sitting right over here, but it was really hard to see that because I see how hard he works, especially like off the field and like where other people don't see. He bows it out in the weight room every day. He's a vocal leader. We came in together, and I've been super lucky to play with him. He's probably made me better than almost anyone else out there. So it was really sad to see that, but I mean, he attacked his recovery like he does everything else, and I think he's ready to have a huge year. He's been tearing it up.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Appreciate you, fellas. Yeah.